Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Like dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I never said my balls came out. I mean, they did. Got a huge laugh.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
There's a fine line between committing a felony and doing something really fucking cool.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, any of these fuckers ever fucking fall out of the ceiling and just have like a big messy shit? Welcome to Plotty
I
Time.
think those three went together pretty well.
I agree. We don't usually go with a theme, but audience, that is 100% unplanned. We're just that good. So we have one little piece for the correction crevice, and it's at my expense like usual.
Oh,
Which I'm owning it now, Dr. Scientist. It's just
it's only fair.
you always point it out, and what really bothers me, you're always right. So the only way I could take power from that is to own my failures.
I thought you were just doubling down and trying to find something I screwed up.
No, I don't. I mean, once in a while you misspeak, but you're never blatantly wrong as I am. Maybe I'll get 1 in 3 episodes completely wrong, and you get 1 in like 20.
Ooh.
This is probably doing way too much for your ego.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
it
go
is.
with the. All right, last episode we did Alone in the Dark. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you guys remember. I mentioned during one of the news segments that the highest selling game at the time was The Legend of Zelda for $870,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the error. The error was I said you could buy 20 Priuses for $870,000. I was wrong. You could actually buy 29 $30,000 Priuses for $870,000.
Simple math.
I thought you were talking about luxury edition.
No, just the base Prius model.
Power windows.
Well, I mean, these days everything comes with power, right? Like you can't start taking features out to save money, right? Like I don't want a radio.
I don't know.
You might be able to if you like go to a dealer or something.
Like, can you just say like I'm opting out for air conditioning? Thank you. I don't need that.
I don't know. Pretty ballsy move.
That's a gamble. Like who's out here buying cars without air conditioners? Anyway, so let's then move into what are we doing this week? Dr. Scientist, what are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I played some more Other Side.
How's it going?
Pretty good. It's a good game. It's kind of hard, and there's 2 difficulties, normal and then easy. That's not what they're called, but
Sure.
I've been playing it on easy because I don't feel like wasting my time playing hard games anymore. I'm way too old for that.
Yeah, right there with you, buddy.
But I don't know how you're supposed to beat the game on the other one. Like you have each game has each day happens. There's like a certain amount of fights you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And on the normal difficulty, you don't heal at all.
No.
And on the easy one, you heal half your health every day. And I'm still having trouble doing some things with that.
Is it kind of like, do you remember when we were going for trophies real hard back in those days? Like when you would try to do something to succeed in a trophy, and then you'd be like 15 seconds off of the time trial or whatever, and you're just like, okay, I'm doing something completely wrong here.
It's just a strategy game. I've played them before. I don't know if there's...
The Ring of More Healing? You sure there's not one of those? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, there's probably something I'm missing, but, Yeah, well, it's still a good game.
Okay.
All right.
I would recommend it if you like strategy games or whatever. But I played that. I watched Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, yeah? You didn't see that yet?
No. Pretty bad.
I didn't think it was bad, but I certainly didn't like it as much as I liked Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I loved the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the effects were terrible.
I just thought they tried to just jam too much into that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The ridiculous... It's just a wish. Like, they couldn't even, like... Anyway, let's talk about something good.
I don't know.
I finished Loki.
Ooh, how was it? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
It's pretty good. Really good.
Oh.
But I don't know if people who don't know the comics are going to understand what's happening too much.
It doesn't explain anything.
It does, but it's kind of dense.
Is it better than WandaVision?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Bold
Okay.
statement.
And WandaVision was awesome.
I loved WandaVision.
I like how they did these series with these like secondary characters and are setting up a whole thing for the whole next phase.
Yeah, I like how they're making it, and they're like taking risks with it. They're getting weird,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
And not weird like Wonder Woman 84 weird, like weird.
Like
Yeah, they're getting like
slappy?
experimental weird.
Like almost kind of sci-fi fantasy mix, sort of.
Surreal, almost.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well,
Like-
you know how they have like the Marvel. I don't know how to explain this really. You can help me out here, Dr. Scientist. But they have like the Marvel mystic type stuff. Like they have Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Like they revolve more around like magic, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how they're going to make those characters that exist in those universes with magic, and then bring them into like I hesitate to say the more realistic superheroes.
Yeah.
Like,
I got you.
Captain America or Black Widow or them.
Yeah, and WandaVision, spoilers, WandaVision went like full on magic at the end, and
Oh, yeah.
Loki kind of gets like really sci-fi sort of. So it's kind of nice to see what they go on, but
They're only doing one seasons of each of these. Right?
Loki's getting a second one.
Oh.
I guess I don't think they're gauging like the seasons based on popularity. It's just
Whatever the
what
story.
story are they
Yeah.
telling?
All right. fair
But I
enough.
mean, Loki sets up just from the titles of all the other movies that are coming out, pretty much all those with the whole multiverse and like Doctor Strange and the Ant-Man and Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're not selling me on any of this.
So good.
Sorry, guys.
I'm still gonna watch it. I just still need to. I keep forgetting that the Winter Soldier one exists.
Yeah, that's the worst one, and that's still good. The ones that are like shows are more, I think, more comic booky than the movies.
Because they can get away with it because
Yeah,
they don't care.
if you know what I mean by comic booky, like a little weird.
yeah.
Yeah, but you have like 8 hours to tell the story, and
Yeah.
you're focusing on this one person. It's not like the movies where you've got 40 of these fucking assholes in this, and it's like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
3 hours.
True.
You can be more subtle, more detailed, just like the game we're gonna talk about.
But I do recommend Loki.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can watch. You don't have to watch the Winter Soldier one first. And I also finally watched Train to Busan.
Yeah, what'd
That was
you
a
think?
good one.
I did like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know. It's better than other zombie movies that have come out.
I mean, a good zombie movie is still dope, and
yeah.
there's a lot of bad ones out there, sure. But Train to Busan is one of the good ones.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Highly recommend that too. But that's all I really did. Poppascotch, why don't you tell us what you did out in Vegas?
Yeah, I like to call it lost wages.
Oh, snap. You just come
Yeah.
up with that?
He probably found it on a T-shirt.
No, it was, when I was there, Frisky Dingo. I think that's where
what
I
it
heard
was.
that.
All right.
Las Vegas was fine. I was working most of the time, so I couldn't like cut loose.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, not to brag, I was up on the slots. At
You're
one
so
point.
good at that.
He knows how to pick the hot ones.
I would love to see you guys play slots and then try to explain to me how to fucking play slots. It's not like it used to be where there's just 3 wheels.
No,
and you
no,
max
you
the
can get,
goddamn
like-
picture.
No, you have to max bet every time.
Yeah, just
Yeah, there's just wild pictures. I played like this buffalo herding fucking themed game. I don't know what it was called.
I played
But-
one once where it was like 5 things scrolling, and you could get like diagonals and then like L-shaped ones.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. There's
Yeah,
times
and
where
then
it's
you
like,
hit like multiplayer. I don't.
Yeah, it comes up and you're like, oh, I won?
yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh, that looks like a shitty thing, and then ding, you're like, oh, okay.
And then you get like 15 of the same picture. You're like, oh, buddy, look at this payout. And it's like 0. I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
What is the purpose? How does this work?
Or the digital ones that like turn, like, it looks like nothing, but then one of the pictures turns into something else.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, the slot machines have come quite a way.
That's so fun.
And then, dude, I don't know if you guys know this, but at the McCarran Airport, like the Vegas airport that everyone flies into, that's right there,
Mm-hmm.
they have a whole bunch of slots set up there too, so I could just keep it going, man. As I'm waiting for my flight, just log right in, just
Nice.
start gambling. But I lost about, I think $40. I didn't go crazy.
Nice. That's a good time.
Yeah, that's a lot less than I would have lost.
Yeah, right?
I'll tell you what though, that $40, oh, that went fast. We're talking minutes.
oh, you could do that in like one bet probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's just you see on the slots, and I didn't, this isn't Poppascotch's slot time, but you can pick the denomination, right? So you could pick 1 cent or 5 cents or 10 cents or $1, whatever. So I'd pick, 1 cent, and then they're like max bet 150. So really,
Yeah, exactly.
the minimum bet is 150. So really, I'm betting $1.50 every single spin.
Yeah.
So how is they're just like we have penny slots, absolutely, like you.
Yeah, penny slots, but you could take these
150
150
different ways to win.
You bastards. But other than that, after losing $40 in, I'd say, under 10 minutes, and that's with breaks, like, hopefully flag down someone to get me a free drink. No free drinks this time.
No.
Didn't gamble long enough, I guess. But on the plane,
$40. I deserve free drinks.
where's my fucking free $12 drink? What is this all about? But I watched and finished watching. I'd been watching it for a little bit. I never talked about it, but I watched The Last Dance. The Michael Jordan documentary. Well, not Michael Jordan. The Bulls, 1997.
Oh, I thought about the one with
Save the Last Dance.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
It was a double bill.
I was like, I finally
one
watched
after the
that.
other.
What are you talking about? He's been waiting for so long.
It was really interesting the way they did it, because it was all about the last season when the Bulls won their 6th in like 8 years. So it was 97.
Is that the documentary with Bugs Bunny?
You're thinking of...
He makes a cameo.
Okay.
Because they do talk about when he was shooting Space Jam.
I was going to say, I think you're thinking of Space Jam.
I was thinking of Space
That is
Jam.
a documentary.
Yeah.
It was really good, though. Michael Jordan comes off as kind of an asshole.
Because he is an asshole.
He is an asshole.
I
He's
don't
just
know.
very competitive. And, like, he wants to win all the time. And you're like, well, that's not really cool. He's like, yeah, but you made the bet. Like,
Yeah.
man, that guy, it was really interesting, though. I liked seeing, like, the All-Star Game guys from... All the guys in the All-Star Game around that time was everyone from NBA Jam.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see, like, Sean Kemp.
Wasn't that the
and
time
Gary
of the
Payton.
fucking
Team USA.
Dream Team? Yeah.
Yeah, they went into that, like, where Magic and Bird came out of retirement to be on the Dream Team.
Yeah.
And then no one fucking invited Isaiah Thomas. Because they all hated his guts, so they didn't invite him.
Hey, it's all about chemistry, man.
Yeah, man. You're on a world stage.
I guess at the time, Isaiah Thompson and the Detroit Pistons were known for beating the shit out of everybody.
Isn't it Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah Thomas, what'd I say?
Thompson.
You are correct. It is Thomas. I'm sorry to the Thomas
I
family.
didn't want you to correct it later.
Thank you. Appreciate you. But yeah, so he's like interviewing the thing. He's like, I don't know what happened. I made all the criteria. I was supposed to be on this. And then it's like, I should have been on that team. And then they go back to everyone. It's like, we all fucking hated playing him. Like, we don't like his guts. Like, he sucks. So we didn't invite him.
Nice.
But yeah, so I watched The Last Dance. I watched Resident Evil Extinction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know which one that is.
It is the one where they're in the desert. I don't understand how this fucking series works, because by Extinction, which was the third one, right?
Yeah, something
I
like
think
that.
so.
Third or fourth.
I think it was I want to say it's the third. I'm pretty sure it's the third. But at this point, the zombies or the T-virus or everything has gotten out and basically turned the world into a post-apocalyptic nightmare.
I don't think the movies really go into each other.
Yeah, they seem like they're all standalone,
Yeah.
really.
They kind of are, but then you have characters that come back. Like, Alice's
Yeah.
story is constantly moving.
Yeah.
But then, like, Claire's in there a little bit, and they kill off Carlos at some point, and then...
Yeah, but like how they get from 1 to 2 to 3 to the fourth one is kind of...
Yeah.
They just like show
Just
up.
random.
Yeah, I would love to see that series rebooted.
It is. The first one should be out soon.
Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing that live-action show. That's right. We reported on that. didn't we?
Good stuff.
All right. But I remember the movie being a lot better than it was, and I watched it and it was fun. I forgot Mike Epps was in it.
Oh, yeah?
Completely forgot he was in it, and he was a delight. Like, it was, it was fucking shooting zombies in the desert. It was fine.
It's just Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
I watched another movie, which, if it steps on the slapper of the week, I'm sorry.
I
But
doubt it. Not this week.
okay. I watched Werewolves Within.
Oh, I wanted to see that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's the slapper of the week. I'm like, I would have felt like a dick. But it has Sam Richardson, right?
Yeah.
Sam Richardson in it, the guy from Detroiters, and he was in the Tomorrow War.
Yep. And I think you should leave.
Yeah, he was in. He was the guy that yelled at the babies.
Yeah.
But it was really good. Like, I didn't expect it to be that good. It was really good.
Doesn't it have, what's their name from Progressive commercials or Geico commercials?
Oh, it has
AT&T commercials.
I forget what her
Melina
name is.
Weintraub?
Von Trub.
Van Trub.
Yeah.
Von Trub.
Von Trub.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it.
She was great. She was absolutely great in it. Sam Richardson was great in it. And it was basically a werewolf is stalking this town that gets hit by a massive snowstorm, and they're all stuck in like the resort.
Yeah.
And people start getting dropped off. But it's like it's taken with it's made. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Was it funny?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
I highly recommend. But what did I play? I shot zombies. Shot a lot of zombies. I was mostly on the road, so I didn't play too terribly much.
You still shooting zombies?
I'm still shooting zombies.
That's
man.
so
almost,
like 2 weeks ago.
I know, right?
I almost maxed out everything
Boomer.
Nice.
with the flawless crystals. I found a way to not cheese, kind of cheese,
Yeah,
sort of
it's
cheese. Firebase Z, so you can get to you can exfil on round 26 and get 2 or 3 flawless crystals every single time,
Wow, jeez.
and it's not that hard to do it.
Yeah.
Man, you sound
So it's an
cool.
exploit, not a cheese.
Yeah, it's mostly an exploit.
Fair.
You just basically hide in a room that only has 2 entrances.
Did you get the blueprint for your favorite gun yet?
Don't answer that. You know he's just trolling you.
I got a couple blueprints, and I don't think I have a favorite gun in this.
That's interesting.
Also played some MLB The Show and started with my creative player pitcher to try and get to the MLB to get them trophies. So
Oh, you're going to get the Cy Young?
I don't think I have to. I think I just need to get to the pros.
Fair enough.
Setting your goals pretty low.
For the trophy.
Yeah. For the trophy. Then I can stop playing Be a Pro, and then I can go after the individual ones.
Fair enough.
But that's all I did, which was a lot of stuff. What about you, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I played a little game on PS5 called Maquette.
Oh, the free one from
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, months ago.
A couple months ago. It's just a puzzler game. Pretty fun. Pretty lame story of just a relationship breaking up.
Okay.
But it's just like it's a dome inside a dome inside a dome, and like it keeps getting larger and larger, and you go out and you can move pieces inside the little dome to move them outside. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say here?
Sure.
Kind of like a perception thing. And it's just puzzles. The puzzles were fun. Game was short as shit though. It was only like, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
If I ever buy a PS5, I'll play it.
Oh yeah, it's a damn good game for free. If you're bored and you just want to play it one day.
Okay.
But I bought a game called
Whoa.
PGA
what?
Tour 2K21.
What?
It's only
My
$20
man.
now.
Oh, it's probably going to be outdated in 6 months or something.
Yeah, I think the new one comes out in August, they said.
So, do you like it, or is it your new favorite game ever of all time?
Well, let's just say I played the same 18 holes 3 times before I made it past that part.
Why? What were you so?
No, it's
What was the hold up
the
here?
PGA Tour. It's like if you play the career mode, you have to get like top 50, and I couldn't do it twice.
Oh, that's right. That's pretty funny.
I couldn't understand the fucking timing. Every shot I take is fucking fast, and it would just hook. Piss me off. I think I got it now, though.
Okay, good. Well, let me know when you get your game up. We'll get online.
What difficulty do you play it on?
I mean, I don't play it on hard or anything like that. I probably play it on easy or normal.
There's like amateur, and then there's the pro. I guess if you play multiplayer, it's always pro. So
If it would not surprise me if I played it on amateur,
yeah.
because I think I stopped trying to get the platinum because you had to play a private match with someone.
Oh,
And I'm
really?
like, who the fuck else is going to buy this game, right?
Some asshole you know might.
And here we are.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just bored, and I was like, fuck it. I feel like golfing. And then I got horrible the first 2 rounds. I was like, this sucks. This is a dumb game.
Yeah, I got all the trophies except for I have to shoot par better on 18 on legend difficulty.
Oh, yeah.
Finish the round in a private match. That's why I never beat it. We should do that.
Oh, yeah.
Then he's got to do the hard trophy.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, sounds good. We'll do that one of these days. It'll be my
Nope.
second trophy I get, probably.
Nice.
But I watched a couple movies. You guys ever hear of this one? Deep Star 6?
Heard of it. I saw Amazon's been recommending it to me.
It's ringing bells, but tell us all about it.
It's a 1989 flick. It's like a underwater sea lab type thing where they're all just doing research down
Is it
there.
like the Abyss.
Yeah, but they like
Like Sphere?
No, it's not that crazy.
No, it's not like Sphere.
Get the hell out of there. There's no aliens.
I'm so sorry.
So for some reason they blow a hole in the floor, the sea floor, because they're like, I don't know, looking for shit, and they just open this big chasm, and a fucking giant crustacean comes out and starts killing people.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's like a kaiju.
No, it wasn't that big. Apparently, it can get really tiny and go through human-sized doors, but when it rears its head and tries to kill someone, it's like, I don't know, 15 feet wide.
Interesting. Is it kind of like a squid, one of those that can like go through
A squid's not a crustacean.
Nah,
Damn it, you're
it's like
right.
a crab type something. I don't know. They don't show it that much, but it's all right. It's all right for an '89 underwater action movie. You know.
Okay.
There weren't
yeah.
enough of those.
I also watched this '87 Lisa Bonet flick called Angel Heart. You guys ever see this one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I have. Still don't quite understand what I saw, but Mickey Rourke was there.
Mickey Rourke, De Niro. It's a private eye doing a missing person case.
Isn't the devil involved somehow?
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ruined a fucking
40-year-old movie.
Maybe I did see it.
It's a missing person case, and this guy's like looking around, and turns out the devil's the guy who hired him to find the guy, because he's like, yeah, we had this business.
You think the devil could do better?
Yeah, but here's the big twist. The private eye he hired is the guy he's looking for.
What?
Yeah, so it's like that Kids in the Hall skit where he hires him to kill that guy.
Yeah,
He's like, yo, you got to kill yourself? I'm going to need money up front.
well, it's because he got into some accident and had fucking amnesia or something. But
Oh.
I'm gonna need money up front.
apparently,
That's awesome.
Lisa Bonet got fired from the Cosby Show because of this movie, because she showed her tits.
Really?
Yeah.
Different time.
Man,
I know.
that's not even close to the worst thing that happened on the Cosby
Yeah,
Show.
right? They have a moral code on the Cosby
Yeah,
Show.
since when?
I don't know. It's a good movie, though, from if you want to watch it. Also watched this other good movie called 12-Hour Shift. You guys hear about this one?
I do it every day.
It's, again, ringing a bell.
Well, it's pretty new. Don't have the year written for this, but it's about this nurse who's like an addict, and she partakes in organ harvesting for some type of gang boss who was played by Mick Foley.
Wait, the wrestler?
Yeah, Mankind.
Okay.
Cactus
okay.
Jack.
I did hear that correctly. Okay. Go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. And then it's just about this one drop that goes sideways. Shit gets crazy. And a bunch of people die. It's pretty good. Awesome soundtrack.
Well, tell who's on the soundtrack. What do you mean? Awesome sound. You can't just leave that out
I
there.
don't know. It's the guy who made the movie. It's not a
Rob
soundtrack.
Zombie?
Awesome original score. I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like songs that you know. It's just like opera and fucking weird shit. It's good though. But yeah,
Okay.
check that out. I think it's a Hulu show or movie.
12-hour shift.
Yeah, check it out. That Angel Heart, those are two good ones. But let's get into a shit one.
Mm-hmm.
The Slapper of the Week. Terror at Blood Fart Lake.
Oh boy. Okay.
I said I quit.
I actually thought you were going to say that right when I.
Terror at Blood Fart Lake.
Yep, Blood
He didn't
Fart.
stutter.
Blood Fart Lake. I'm gonna. All right. It is about an undersea creature at Camp Blood
I'm going to
who
say...
murders children.
No. It's
Sorry if I cut you off.
That's okay.
I'm going to say it's just like... Oh, what the hell's that movie? Project Lizards.
I don't know. Project Lizards. Sounds like something right down my alley.
I don't
Broken
know.
Lizard?
Broken Lizard, yeah. What's that with the one where they...
Oh, Club Dread?
Club Dread, but it's at a... But it's a mix of like Club Dread and Friday the 13th.
Fair enough. No.
Okay.
It's about, well, I guess it is about a killer at this lake.
That's the part I was taking from
Yeah, a bunch of 20-somethings go to a party at a lake. You know how it always
Blood
starts.
Fart Lake.
And there's
Great
this
name.
scarecrow killer that just, I don't know, fucking kills people. But the characters are played super, I don't know how to, like, extreme. They're just, there's one guy who's like from Jersey, and he just really Jersey, just too Jersey. You know what I mean?
Like he walked off the set of fucking Jersey Shore.
That's the Club Dread part I was taking.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's weird. And then there's this.
Does it like know what it is? Like, does it know it's
Yeah, it's like
fucking around here?
It's filmed on like a fucking 95 Sony Handycam. I mean, Satan at the Creek had a better budget.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it just looks terrible, but
Sorry, I just got to nip this in the bud before we move on because I'm not doing something in the correction crevice.
yeah.
I believe it's really called Satan at the Crick.
Oh, you're right. Satan at the Creek looks better. All right.
That's a joke 3 fucking people are going to get.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
I'm sure they had a better budget than Satan at the Creek did, but it doesn't look it.
And they at least had more friends.
Nice.
Yeah, they released like 8 people in the movie.
They got 8 people to show up for their shooting. That's more than
Yeah.
Satan at the Crick probably had. Probably shot by a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's, I don't know. It slaps, but I won't say it's a good movie by any means. But if you're into watching something just silly and stupid, and the guy from Jersey sounds like the guy from I Think You Should Leave, who has the motorcycles. You know, he's like, oh, they got motorcycles.
And a lot more. That guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's the slapper of the week. Terror at Blood Fart Lake. So how about we go ahead and move on to video game news / stuff.
All right.
Okay. Do you remember last week we were talking about that version of the Legend of Zelda that sold for $870,000 back on July 6th?
Yeah, I heard about
Oh, the one
that.
you had the correction crevice about?
I think you get by 29 Priuses.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. Well, it's funny you say that because that was the record for the highest video game ever purchased at auction, and it was broken 5 days later on July 11th.
Oh, snap.
What a fucking loser.
A copy of Super Mario 64 sold for $1.56 million.
Why? What was this one?
Well, but before you even ask, because I know you're going
It
to
had a fly stuck in the plastic.
Yeah, or something.
that is actually 52 Priuses
Yeah, okay.
for $1.56 million. But it's very interesting because it sold. The news broke. The thing that makes it important is that while the game shipped millions of units, it was notoriously bad packaging.
Okay.
And this one is graded at 9.8 A++, which is almost perfect.
It's not a Gem Mint 10. I don't want it.
Yeah, that's not perfect. Almost perfect isn't perfect.
They said the people, the experts have been saying the people who have appraised it have awarded perfect 10s. They are, not only games that are in great condition, but also manufactured perfectly. Like there's 2 parts to this. But they said this is probably the highest rating of Mario 64 anyone's ever going to find, but it also completely fucked up like the whole collector market because everyone was like, the $1 million game is coming.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know it was going to happen 5 fucking days from now.
Yeah, seriously.
So even the experts, the people who have been collecting, the people that appraise stuff, are very confused as to why this
I'm
copy
very
sold
confused
for.
people would pay that much for a game you can get on emulator for $5.
I think it's like a Brewster's Millions thing. Some guy bought it, just opened it, and used it.
Yeah, wipes his ass with it, and shits in it, and then throws it away.
It's just,
Man, I wish I
no
was
one can
rich.
really explain it. Everyone's very confused because apparently a lot of money is in the collecting industry now.
Yeah, apparently.
So people are just, I don't know.
People are
Everyone's
crazy.
confused.
Yeah.
But other than that, do you guys remember when we talked about, I don't remember if we even talked about this on air, but there was a warehouse that was supposedly a Bitcoin farm that had like hundreds of PlayStation 4s connected.
Yeah.
They actually found out that wasn't a Bitcoin mining operation. It was used to get coins for FIFA Ultimate Team to eventually sell.
Just as valuable.
Yeah, seriously. Probably easier
Yeah.
to sell.
Yeah, a lot easier. Just
So
give
they
a
found
Bitcoin
out
for
later it was a FIFA Ultimate Team bot farm.
Damn.
Man, we were in the
Meanwhile-
wrong businesses.
Yeah.
I guess so. I just thought that was funny. But now back to real noise.
Noise.
Back to real noises.
Noise.
Fuck. Did you guys see this news that came out about the Steam Deck?
Yes. I kind of want one.
I kind of do, but at the same time, for those of you that have been living under a fucking rock, this is Valve, the company who creates and runs Steam and Portal and Half-Life and all those great stuff. They came out with a handheld called the Steam Deck. Well, it's coming out. It's called the Steam Deck, and it's supposed to play every single game in your Steam library.
Yeah. Sounds all right.
Yeah, except that I haven't played a handheld thing. And
I know, but you can play Doom Eternal on it, so it's got to be decent, right?
They're saying that it has,
still
and I'm not
sounds
going to go over the specs for it because I'm not a fucking nerd. Right? But they were saying how the processor is a little bit stronger than a PlayStation 5, and the intro one, which is coming with like 64 gigs of storage space, which is practically nothing,
Yeah.
is selling for $400.
you can just buy a PlayStation 5.
If you could find one.
That's the lowest version one. It's supposedly supposed to run for 7 to 8 hours without a charge.
Yeah. Does it have an output, like a video output?
They're
Like a
saying that
Switch?
it will come with a dock.
Yeah.
So you could probably put that on. I mean, I might consider it just to play. I think it'd be neat to play old PC games or old games that we don't have any other access to except for PC.
I mean, you could probably download them on your phone.
That's a good point, too.
Yeah, but I want to play Valda's story again.
You could probably play that on your phone.
That's no fun. There's no buttons on my phone.
I don't know. I think if I ever do pick one up, it's going to have to be like when they hit a price
I
break or something like
I think
that.
if I'm
Yeah.
going to get a handheld thing, I'm just going to buy a Switch because it's going to have games that I can't play somewhere else on it.
That's fair.
That's also a great point, Dr. Scientist. The problem I have with it is PC games are not like console games insofar as if a game comes out for PlayStation 5, it's going to work on any version of PlayStation 5 you have, right? At some point, there's going to be a date where games surpass the processing power of the Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
So your Steam Deck will just it'll hit a date and no game released after that will be able to be
You could
played
just
on it.
get.
Steam Deck 2.
Well, I mean, you could just put emulators on it and play old games on it too.
Yeah, but you can do that on Switch.
I don't know. I'm going to need to see some reviews. I'm going to need some people playing it. I'm going to need to see some case studies for this because, I mean, I have a Switch and I never play it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Walmart and play it, the demo version.
there you go. Definitely the one that's hooked up to that machine.
Yeah,
I'll wait until long after I find a PlayStation 5.
There you go.
fair enough.
Last piece of news I have. I'm sorry, guys. I got no good speculation and bullshit today.
That's bullshit.
And
Well,
speculative.
E3 just happened, and then EA Play happened.
Yeah.
So there's no good rumors floating around. But the big news, the one I'm saving for last, a Dead Space remaster has been announced.
Didn't we expect this?
We did report on it was rumored, but now it's actually happening. The studio EA Motive is developing it, and there's no release date yet, but they're targeting next-gen systems, so PS5, Xbox
When they
Series
say
X.
the cut content from the first one, they're going to put in this one.
All right, I'm starting to get annoyed at all these remasters and not just new games. It was
I'm
kind of
starting to
cool
get-
at first, but
I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know, Dr. Scientist. I think you're right, and the majority of them I'm not going to play, or it's just like a port, to a new system with
Yeah.
like barely graphics. But then I played like the Resident Evil 2 remaster was amazing, and it was completely new engine, completely different style of game.
Exactly.
Like
yeah, but that's also a game from like 3 generations ago.
That's a good-
completely.
yeah.
This is Dead Space, which was 10 years ago. It's going to look almost exactly the same.
It's going to look so much
It was like-
better.
Oh, you could play it in 4K.
Maybe you didn't
Yeah,
hear
no,
ray
I know what you
tracing.
mean. Like, are they gonna?
They're
are
not
they
gonna
going
change it.
to? Right, like, are they going to change it as drastically as something like Resident Evil? Probably not.
No.
And then so what is the point of it? Is this just to like test the waters to see if people want Dead Space back?
but people,
like,
I
what's the
don't
point?
get it. I don't get it.
I don't know, man.
Maybe I'm just too old.
Maybe.
Maybe. But that's all I got for video game news / stuff.
All right, that's the episode.
You wish.
Let's get into the game. How does that sound?
Oh, let's.
This is a game where we ask the question, is Poppascotch finally gonna understand all the subtleties and nuances in Eastern humor?
No.
He will not. We are talking about apparently one of the most divisive games in history.
What?
God Hand.
Dun, dun, dun. Brought to you by Salvador.
Yes, thank you for the fan request by Salvador. We appreciate it.
Yeah, because Chump Slap can't think of games, so he needs help.
That's just a bold-faced lie.
Slander. It was released in Japan on September 14th, 2006. Released in North America October 10th, 2006. Number one song in North America on October 10th, 2006 was Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake.
Man, I try and guess in my head, but I'm never even close.
I want my sexy back. Is that it?
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
God damn
the
you
number
guys.
The number one movie on October 10th, 2006 was the Marky Mark classic, The Departed.
Never saw it.
It takes place in Boston and has a lot of bad accents. That's why I thought that would have been a lot funnier if I said it like that. But apparently it didn't hit. Wrong audience.
It got me.
Read the room, Poppascotch. Read the room.
Bunch of fucking Bostonians in there.
Was that a Boston
Departed.
accent trying to sneak in?
The Departed.
The Departed.
Departed.
You're hilarious, Poppascotch.
There you
Thank
go.
you, sir. And because I knew you were also wondering about this, Dr. Syintist, the average price of a brand new Toyota Camry was $20,536.21.
Man, I wish.
How much are they now?
Today they start. I thank you for asking because I got that too. Today they start with the base model at $25,000.
Yeah,
That's not.
15 years. That's not bad.
It was released for PlayStation 2, developed by Clover Studio and published by Capcom. It is a single-player action beat-em-up, written by Hiroki Kato.
Ooh, someone put their name on this.
Ooh. Yeah, apparently, when I was looking at reviews of the game, this was at a really weird time where game reviews were still like in magazines and on the internet,
Yeah.
and IGN apparently had given this game like a 3 out of 10, and the fans of the game,
Seems generous.
they basically blamed IGN for purposely tanking this game. Which is odd, because usually we hear that they get paid to do reviews. Not IGN. All places
Yeah.
Yeah.
get paid to do favorable reviews.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
weird
know.
that they got paid to tank.
Or the game sucked.
Or the game sucked. Well, we're going to get
We'll
into
find
this
out.
shit.
Well, we don't know. The story we can tell you, but
Oh, I watched
right.
some gameplay.
so did I. I watched the speed run.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves tank controls is all I'm saying. So, this week, Sir Chump Slap, you picked it
Mm-hmm.
via recommendation. So how about you give us a little intro into what this game is all about?
Don't mind if I do. Well, it's a beat-em-up, as you said, with wrestling moves and quick-time events, I guess, during the beat-em-ups.
Sure.
Whatever. Story starts. Gene and Olivia. It's two people in a western town. Fight some sexy dudes.
And like cowboy western town.
Yeah, cowboy western.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And they stay in a hotel in this town, and we don't know why they're there. I don't think they even tell you why they're there.
I don't know.
All I know is that from this point forward, Olivia lives in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never leaves.
That's
So you
it.
look out the window, you see some baddies cutting off some guy's arm. You're like, that's fucking weird. What's that all about? And then they go to the Devas.
Divas.
That's not what they called them in the video.
I assumed, reading all of this, that it was the Divas, because that would make sense. And then everything was pronounced Devas, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they're called, the Devas. This group of 4 people who are demons who try to get the God Hand. There it is. And they're just sitting around a table. They're like, hey, what are we going to do?
I just don't understand. It's a god. It's an arm. It's a god arm. It's a whole arm.
Yeah. So why call it the hand?
Yeah. I was right off the bat. I'm like, wait a minute.
That's fair.
They go to that hotel. They see the guy getting his arm cut off, and then Gene has a flashback to when he was in the exact same situation. Like, are people getting their arms cut off everywhere?
Yeah,
I mean, those guys seem like they're having fun doing it.
I think the gangs are trying to steal people's arms to get the God Hand to sell it to these demons.
Because you're just going to find it randomly.
Yeah, who knows? Nobody knows where it is.
So they're just out there cutting off arms, being like, I'm going to take this to my God Hand guy, see if he knows if this is a God
Got to get
Hand.
it appraised.
I think so. I have no idea. They don't go into it, really.
That's one of 75
That's the
questions
beginning of
I
the
have.
game. Give it a minute.
All right, you're right. I'm being too critical.
All right.
I'm the asshole.
Well, these 4 devas consist of the Devil Hand, Elvis, the Mexican fat ass, Shannon, some sexy demon, and some other dude. I don't remember his name right now. Belze?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have old elf guy.
Yeah.
I assumed it was
Seemed
supposed
like
to be like Beelzebub.
Yeah. Seemed like the leader of the group. Anyway.
That was great descriptions, by the way. Fat Mexican guy and hot chick.
Hot demon.
I mean, those are their most defining traits.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Sorry. Fat Mexican guy who smokes cigars. Is that better?
I wrote him down as cigar clown.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of the Twisted Metal.
Oh, yeah, fair. Sweet Tooth.
Yeah.
But
Or
he's have a mask.
the clown from like Spawn,
Yeah, there you go.
but just
The Violator.
Is
So,
that his name? Whatever.
yeah. So you just, well, after they show that, they show Elvis. He's like, yo, I'll go get this God Hand. Let's fucking get this shit over with. Because apparently they want this hand to summon the Dark Lord, Angra.
And they
So-
don't go into detail of what that means, right? They're just trying to summon the demon king.
yeah, it's
Angra.
kind of like
they
their whole
don't.
goal. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the demon's supposed to help him take over the world or something, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
So Elvis comes after you, you fight him, and you fight his cronies, Q&A. And you don't kill these people. They just walk away after the fight. They're like, you know what? Good fight. I'll see you later.
You don't kill many people. You usually just beat them up and they get away.
No, yeah. Well, you got to fight them over and over again because that's what this game is. And then they have the flashback, which gives you a little bit of the story where Olivia's getting beaten by a bunch of thugs. And Gene steps in. He's like, hey, back off her.
You. Makes you think of Marty McFly.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Then you step in, save her life, and they end up taking your arm, your right arm, and
Pretty easily, too.
yeah, apparently they do it a lot. A bunch of gangs do this shit.
Yeah, you think after a while of just constantly roving around, ripping off hands, they'd get really good at it, right?
Yeah. Good point.
And that was a flashback. You flashback to now, it's the same thugs, and you got to fight them. And you're like, okay, fucking fight them.
Yeah, they're like mini boss-ish.
Yeah. And so you fight them, blah, blah, blah. They run away. Oh, guess what? You got to fight Elvis the second time in some graveyard. Okay.
If I had a nickel.
Mm-hmm. And then it flashes back to the Devas. And Shannon's like, you suck, Elvis. I'm going to go fucking figure this out. I'm going to send him an invitation to my circus party.
And here comes my favorite guy.
I don't know where the circus theme comes from. I'm so confused about there's an old West, like Western thematic
Yeah.
element. There's this
With no guns.
with no guns. There's this round table in hell that they're all talking at, which is surrounded by a pit of some sort.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy place to have your evil table. And then there's a circus?
That's Shannon's thing, I think. I think she likes circuses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whatever. You go into this carnival area, you're fighting clowns and shit.
And the luchador gorilla.
Oh, I'm getting there. That's the next line. Then you fight a gorilla luchador.
Oh, shit. I did not see that coming.
So you kick all these people's asses, and then when the gorilla's laying on the ground, there's just a scene where he's like, wait, is that a zipper? And then it doesn't show anything. So we're made to believe that was just a dude in a suit.
Or is it?
I don't know.
Does it? Oh,
Doesn't matter.
It does not. It really does not matter. We're already buying into the fact that you can rip off and reattach limbs at will.
Well, you can reattach God arms.
Yeah.
Hands.
Well, can you do it with regular? You know, they didn't go into
They
that.
don't-
Why'd I even
yeah,
bother
maybe
asking
that's
that?
what it's all about. Maybe these are black markets. They cut off people's arms and they sell them back to them. Like,
Or they cut one guy's arm off and give it to the next guy.
yeah,
You can like work out and get a super jacked arm and then sell it to feed your family.
maybe.
Then you get a scrawny arm and then you just repeat the whole process.
Damn,
I'll go with that.
That's a
I wanna
future
live in
I
that
want to
universe.
live in.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's a tale as old as time.
You said it. So after you fight the gorilla luchador, you're into this fucking Joker Diamond Heart Spade and Club.
Oh my god.
What I don't know what the hell these guys were supposed to be.
I don't know.
Some Oompa Loompa looking motherfuckers. Because they roll away like the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
At the end of the fight.
I think they were supposed to be something that had to do with Beautiful Joe, because the studio that made this game also made Beautiful Joe.
Oh, maybe.
So these guys looked like characters from that game. Like it was a nod to that, but they just were so fucking
Lame.
stupid.
To be 100% honest, most of this I just thought, I don't get it.
No.
This is probably
This
art.
is an inside joke that nobody.
Yeah.
Dude, welcome to my fucking interpretation of everything in Eastern comedy. I don't get it. Like I'm watching it and I'm like, is that the
art,
joke that they're?
Poppascotch.
It's art.
This
My
is
interpretation.
art.
No, it's there to make me laugh, right? And I'm watching it and I'm like, what's the joke? Is it the joke that they're small? Is it the joke that they have high
I
voices?
don't know what the joke is, but I usually feel like something wrong happened.
What's the joke? It's a joke on
Like
his
either
widow?
they made fun of somebody they shouldn't have, or
Yeah, I don't know.
or if there's some kind of reference there that's kind of off. It just feels off. I don't know. I don't get it.
No, oh man, you're just nailed down exactly how I felt
Yeah.
during watching this.
It was uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a product of its time. That's for damn sure.
For true. So, after you fight those little dudes, you fight Shannon. She comes into the circus tent. Blah, blah, blah. You beat the shit out of her. And this,
Right?
there's a very sexist part in this game where
Just this.
Just
part?
one? Just one?
I just want to say you can
Okay.
you can do grabs, but you can only ever do the spank grab to women. Did you
I
notice
didn't
that?
watch the speedrun that quickly.
There is a version of that grab you do to dudes,
Where you hit them in
but
the
it's
nuts.
yeah, it's not the spanking. Is it the nuts? I forget, but it's not the spanking.
Yeah.
The spanking's only for the female.
Yeah,
characters,
exactly.
which is this game.
Yeah,
tell
it was
you.
very strange.
Can't make this today.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Shouldn't have made it then.
I agree.
Whoa!
I agree.
Take that.
Oh, was that? I think IGM would agree with us on that. That's not that hot of a take.
No, it's not.
I don't like being on the side of IGN though. But
Me neither. It feels wrong, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm giving this
Yeah.
a 10.
Nice. Nice.
So you
very
kick
nice.
her ass, and she's like, you know what? I'm portaling out of here. She gets on a fucking bus, and you're like, what the fuck's this all about? Why is there a bus?
She gets on a fucking bus.
it kind of reminded me of like the random bus in Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Those two, I'm not going to say they're spiritual sequels, but there's a connection there that I don't understand.
Yeah, but Lollipop Chainsaw was
actually
never mind.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
That was good. We did all like that.
yeah.
That was one of the few games we talked about, and then I went and played.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a fun game.
I almost bought Maze, by the way.
Oh, man. Wait until it's on sale again.
It was $15. I was like, yeah, I want
That's too much.
I'd give it 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
give it 10.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so she gets on a portal, and then boom, we're back to the Devas. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to get this Dr. Ion to do it. And you're like, what, that fucking robot you got? And you're like, yeah, that's the guy. And the Devil Hand's like, no. Stand back. Because Devil Hand's like another human. He's just like Gene, but he's got the other arm of God. And apparently if you have the God hand, you can choose to be a devil or angel or God. Not even just an angel. And this guy chose to be evil. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go fight him. So Gene makes it back to Olivia, and I don't know why she's always sending him to places.
Save people.
Like, what is that what it is? Does she get, like, messages?
Hey, these people are in trouble. Go here, do it again.
She's like, hey,
Yeah.
there's this spider tank.
Yeah, she's like a mission giver, but I think in the lore of the game, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think in the lore of the game, her family were protectors.
They were.
Yeah, we'll get
Of
to
the
that
God
on,
Hand.
like, 3 more
Oh,
lines
sorry.
here.
I'm jumping ahead. I'm so excited
But
to
here,
talk about this
this is
game.
probably the only bingo spot you're going to get, the spider
The
balls.
spider tank, yeah.
We should think of some kind of spot for inappropriate humor or something like that, like product of its time humor, something like that.
Fair enough.
We can word that better. We'll workshop.
Yeah, we'll workshop.
Yeah, you fight those.
You fight those three thugs again
Yeah.
from the old days. And Devil Hand comes in and he's like, get out of here, thugs. Kills him in one slice, which, if he can do that, I assume you can do that.
I don't think you're trying to kill people, though. I don't know if he
Fair.
has a moral code where he doesn't kill people.
Yeah,
but
is it like a Batman thing?
Maybe. Maybe he just doesn't have the full power of the God Hand.
Yeah, because some of these are devils and demons. And
Yeah. Well, he starts killing devils soon.
yeah.
But Devil Hand kills him, and then you fight with him, and he says, thanks for taking care of my fiance, and he flies away. And then you fight Dr. Ion.
How's my dick taste?
Yeah.
Is that what he says?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, at one point he says, when I forget exactly which fight it is with the two dudes that stole his arm, but at one point they do use the joke, what did the five fingers say to the face?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Slap. I was like, God damn it. That was old in 06 when this game came out.
It was good, though. So here we get a flashback where Olivia tells you the story about Devil Hand and how they were going to get married and they were all part of this clan that was to defend the God Hands, blah, blah, blah. Devil Hand takes one of the hands, becomes a fucking badass, and kills everyone except for Olivia. She makes it out. And there you go. There's the whole backstory. Those two fucking flashbacks. That's it.
They were from the same clan and they were going to get married. Boom. Done.
So, who was Gene before he got his arm ripped off?
Nobody.
Just
He
some
just
dude.
helped Olivia not get her arm ripped off.
A dude that I assume had some fighting skills?
He got his arm ripped off. I mean, did he have
I
any?
didn't say he was good at it. He might have had some. I mean, anybody can hit that good night button, down you go.
Yeah.
It's just...
Yeah, I don't know. He was just trying to be a gentleman and save somebody, and
You know what happens when you do that?
yeah, you lose an arm.
Or you get
And
stabbed.
become a fucking asshole, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Don't even get me into all the fucking stupid shit he says to Olivia.
Oh, we'll be here all day.
Yeah, he's a fucking child. Anyway,
like a baby.
Olivia's like, all right, you know what? You got to go to this floating bazaar. You're like, okay. I don't have a boat. Blah, blah, blah. You go. And then there's these fucking guitar rocker dude, some drum dude, another guitar dude. You fight them all.
Was it the joke that he had drums on his chest? What was...
Yeah.
What am I
It
supposed
was
to
like
get
a
from
band.
this?
Like
Yeah,
two
they were like a
guitarists and a
band,
drummer. I don't know. I don't think it was a joke.
But they
was serious.
showcased him and said, time to play, blah, and he made all these drum beat
It's
sounds.
kind of like
on
they
his-
just had a meeting on who the dumbest enemies could be, and they just threw them all in.
Yeah.
Let's have a luchador gorilla.
Well, we had that guitar player in Lollipop Chainsaw. Remember that?
yeah, but he was cooler.
Yeah, he was a lot cooler.
I would buy that a guitar player is in a high school versus a guitar player in an Old West circus.
That was,
You know-
circus was only one level.
Yeah, this is a
You're
different
getting
level.
caught up in
Where
this.
where are we now?
We're
At
on the floating
graveyard?
bazaar.
Yeah,
The floating
yacht.
bazaar.
Yeah.
Why is there... You know what?
We don't
Just
know.
keep going, sir. Just keep
Yeah,
going.
we do not.
And by floating, we mean on the water.
Not
yeah,
not
which
like
is not
Yeah.
where I expected it.
Yeah,
to be.
I was
When
like-
they said, why did they? You don't call boats floating boats.
Yeah. It was very... Well, how many times do you see a bazaar on the water?
Today?
not as many as I'd like. That was a better answer, Dr. Syintist. Better answer. Bravo.
So you kick all these fucking music guys' asses, and boom, who comes back? Elvis. What does he want? He wants to fucking kill you for real this time.
Yeah, take that god hand from you.
So he becomes his demon form.
Still with the pom-poms on his neck, or they were worked into his demon form.
Yeah. Well, he looked like fucking chomps.
Yeah,
Is that what they're called? From Mario. Just cannonballs with teeth.
Oh, is this the guy you punch in the asshole, or is that the guy at the end?
spoiler.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're right.
I fast
Spoiled
forwarded
it.
through a lot of these fights.
Yeah, I didn't actually remember the fights too much.
This guy's got a belly in his fists or mouth. cannonballs, yada yada.
Right. It's like those dudes who are at the parades and they like hold up their arms and they put a big top hat on.
Yes.
And then they paint a face on their belly.
Yep.
That's what it looked
My
like.
favorite
The Shriners?
favorite dudes. No. Imagine a Shriner driving around with one of those. That'd be cool as hell.
Jeez. Oh, fucking. I didn't think the Shriners were going to pop up in an episode. Here we are. Driving kids to their hospital appointments and wearing top hats at parades.
Oh, is that what they do?
That's pretty much all they
Oh.
do. They like provide ride. That's why they're always driving around those little cars in the parades.
Get
they
the
provide
fuck out.
rides.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
Really?
didn't
You've
know.
lived this close to Philadelphia your whole life and you don't know what they're for?
I don't know what they. I just knew there were guys who drove little cars in parades and had those cool hats, fezzes.
I still don't know what like the Lions Club is. Like, I don't. Is that a
I don't
similar
know.
thing?
I think that's a religious thing.
Do they have cool cars?
They collect glasses. I know that. Old used
Yeah,
glasses you're
glasses.
supposed to put in.
Do you remember when they sold the mints? Do you guys remember the mints?
Oh, those were terrible.
No, no.
Oh, dude, they had these mints. You drop like a quarter. It would just be a thing you put at like
Oh,
the counter in
yeah,
the store.
okay.
You
It was
drop
like
a quarter in
chalk
it.
with mint flavor.
Dude, there's the mint flavor one was gross, but they had like a fruit flavored one that was like fizzy.
Like
Oh,
Pepto-Bismol?
Interesting. Like
No, like Pop Rocks ish.
Oh.
man,
It was
yeah,
pretty
I don't
awesome.
see Lions Club shit anywhere anymore.
They still got that waffle and ice cream sandwich stand because those things are banging.
Maybe I haven't been in the park since there's been a festival.
Man,
10 years.
I assume most of these are like conservative-leaning organizations. I just don't talk about them anymore.
That's fair, but some of them actually help
Yeah.
kids drive them around to hospitals. Apparently,
Yeah, apparently.
in little cars.
Yeah, they pick them up
They
in the
don't
little
drive
car.
them around in the little cars.
Yeah, they have
They
a
don't have,
little
like, a
hitch on the
fucking-
back for a wagon.
Yeah, they got a fucking hospital bed on the back. They just-
Let's hit the road.
They take the children to the hospital the same way you get rid of dead trees in your yard.
Drag them through the
throw
yard.
them in a garbage can.
Take them to the landfill. Drop them off. Man, the Shriners are actually great people, and we're just shitting on them.
I know. Maybe I'll
It's
join.
fun.
Maybe I'll join.
No, you won't.
No, I don't know how. Anyway, you kick Elvis's ass, and he's finally dead. He disappears, turns into some
Yeah, it gets
black
you kill the actual
crystals.
demon.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what we were talking about.
Shriners. So back at the bad guy house, Devil Hand is trying to be a tough guy. He's like, yeah, you guys all suck. I'll do this. I'll fucking do this. And then Shannon's like, no. Give me one more try.
All right, Shannon, go ahead.
So back at the hotel, Olivia gives you something. I don't even know what the fuck she gives you. She's like, here, I found this. Don't know.
I don't remember either.
It's just, I never shows you using it. But anyway, back to the card dudes. You fight those 5 fucks again. After making fun of them, you're like, oh, you guys again? Kill them.
Right.
And then there's this little fucking rock summoner goblin guy.
Yeah, he kind of just like flips rocks at you.
Yeah, where the fuck did he come from? Who the hell's that?
They're throwing some variety in the enemies, and Chump Slap gets a little offended right away.
He's not in the story. I get the 5 card dudes.
I think at some point there's like an underground cavern.
Oh,
Section?
and he's just like a guy who lives there.
I think that's what I got from it. I mean, that's less of a stretch than
Yeah,
Fat Cigar Elvis.
true.
And they don't have a mission in like the Vegas Strip. Get out of here.
Yeah. And you kill him and he drops a key to open a door anyway, so. Here we go. You're fighting Shannon again. This time, demon form.
Ooh, sexy.
Some type of cyclops on the back of a 2-armed monster.
Okay, no, you see, I do have it in my notes here. This is where she turns into some kind of like 2-armed demon
Yes.
with like a green emerald in her asshole, and you punch the
Oh,
asshole
that's
to kill her.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course. It had to be the
Yeah.
woman you're fucking fisting.
It's not often with games we see that one video game vulnerable spot be the asshole.
Not enough.
But if it was going to happen, it would definitely
If
be
I was in a
Punk
video game,
It's your vulnerable spot.
yeah,
That's my indestructible spot.
right in the taint.
The gooch?
They're the same.
Got a 9-inch taint.
What's that from?
Mr. Show.
That's it. Yeah.
I did recently watch. Oh, I watched The Ritual. That was a movie I couldn't think of. But at one point, the British guy says, "Hey, you can go ahead and kiss me on the bridge before I do that." And I was like, "Does he mean his taint?" And then he explained it. It's like, yeah, he meant his taint.
Oh, nice.
His bridge.
Or Grundle.
Devil's Driveway. That's also what we call it.
Yes, Devil's Driveway. Anyway, speaking of devils, so it's just the devil hand and the leader back at the old guy, bad guy hut, and they're just talking about goals. They're like, "Yo, we gotta resurrect this anger, dude."
Yeah, I like how like half of the people are gone. They're kind of just like, eh.
Yeah, they don't care. They're like, we don't need those people. We got your devil hand. We just need his god hand.
We got my boy Devil Hand over here.
Apparently, you're going to some type of castle now. Olivia's being held captive on the roof.
Olivia was captured while you were gone.
When did that happen?
While those devils were talking, and I think when you came back from the other one, when you got back to the hotel, she was gone.
Yeah, but you just saw her, right? Like a scene before?
Yeah, just before you killed Shannon.
Yeah.
So just before you killed Shannon, then you go in there, you fight Shannon. By the time you're back, she's
gone. They kidnapped her. And there must be a note there that's telling you where to go?
Yeah, I would assume so.
I have no idea.
Yeah, this link between her getting captured and then you continuing off the game and fighting Azel, like that, there's a whole question mark of how any of that
Yeah, it didn't show
happens.
anything. But whatever.
You just go through a tower and fight people.
Yeah, it's some type of castle
Yeah.
tower. So you get to the top, and DH himself is standing there. He's like, "Yo, we just got married, bro."
Now, also, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Devil Hand, Azel, the guy, just say at one point, it's like, "Well, this guy has the God Hand, which means I'm calling mine the Devil Hand." Like, he's just calling it that.
Well, you can
No,
choose.
they talk about it, and he's like, "When you get the God Hand, you can choose if you want to be a god or a devil." And he chose devil.
Yeah, if you choose to use it for good or evil.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
One's good, one's
evil.
evil. What are you talking?
Well, sure, but isn't it the choices you make that
No,
are good
you
and
get. I
evil?
think you just get to consciously choose which one you want to be.
Yeah. And okay,
Or maybe
I'm losing
maybe
some.
the God Hand knows what you're doing.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
amplifies
I'm
what you're gonna do.
losing some translation with the game mechanics, but that's okay.
Well, maybe it's like, yeah, he gets the God Hand, and it finds out he's a fucking dickhead, like an evil soul, so he just becomes a devil. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you get to choose, though. But then you find out, fucking Devil Hand, oh no, the power to summon him was inside me the whole time.
So there's a little bit of the devil
In all
inside of all of us.
There you go.
You know what, Poppascotch? You could think of the hands as like the Force,
Okay.
to use a reference you get.
Yeah, there's good side and a bad side.
Yeah, and they kind of just, you don't get to choose which one so much as you just become more of like.
Yeah, but then eventually you kind of, well, it's not so much as a choice between light or dark. It's kind of more of a which side you want to fight for, and then it becomes.
That's kind of
That's
what I thought.
exactly,
the
Light
hand
versus
was,
dark?
yeah.
exactly
The
what
way
Okay.
the hand worked.
Where he's like, I'm a human. I want to be respected by these demons, so I want to help fucking overthrow the world.
Okay. Now that did make a lot more sense. Thank you.
All right. So you fight Demon Hand for a minute, and he starts getting sucked up in this power vortex. And he's like, no, rips off his own hand super easily with the one that's not
Yeah,
the devil hand.
the not God hand. Well, he does. He finally realized he was just a tool for the demon. And he wants
Yeah.
to,
It's
so you
like-
got to stop him.
Belze did this. Oh, fucking A. I'm a dick. I should have picked the good side.
Oh, fucking A.
And he throws the hand, and it just magically pops onto your other hand.
Which, for some reason, you don't have 3 hands now.
Yeah, you don't have to cut it off this time. It's just, boom. There.
That is, I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah. And he gets sucked into the sky, and boom, Angra pops out. He's fucking angry.
Oh, God
Shut
damn
up.
it.
Delete
Shut
that.
up. Shut up.
I quit this podcast.
Yes, I made you both quit.
At least I could have a blood fart lake.
Oh, that's pretty good.
All right, but you have both hands now, and you're fighting Angra, who's supposed to be able to rule the world and shit, and you just fucking kick his ass. And that's it. You kick his ass, he disappears. Olivia gets snapped out of her fucking... Olivia, the recent widow, gets snapped out of her whatever cage. And she's like, "Oh, yay, you saved the world. I want that fucking hand." And she starts running after you with an axe. And
In this amount of time you've been talking, I forgot that they got married right before the big fight.
yeah.
He did briefly mention it.
Mm-hmm.
You did, but I completely forgot.
Yeah. And now she's running after trying to get the hands back, I guess, to just go in some shrine. I don't know. And that's not the best part. The best part's the large dance number at the end of the fucking credits.
I had to stop it after about 15, 20 seconds.
I had to stop it after like 3 minutes, yeah.
You watched 3 minutes of that dance sequence?
I was packing a bowl at the time. I was like, thank God this is over.
Nice. Well, that's it. That's it.
Thank
That's the
you,
game.
Salvador.
Thank you, Salvador. We did it. We got through all of God Hand somehow.
We've gone through worse.
Only 2 of us quit.
You still have 30% of the podcast. So that's going to bring us to our favorite segment of every week, Final Thoughts. So this week, let's start with you, Dr. Syintist, with your final thoughts. And I got a couple questions for you. Do you want to play this game now? What score would you give it out of 27 stars? And did the story work for you?
Would I play it? I'm not a fan of beat 'em ups. So no.
Man.
That's not the only reason.
I didn't see that being the reason, but okay.
Well, I mean, playing it's not the same as the story, but
True.
well, the story, I don't know. It's just ridiculous.
It is.
Like it.
Yeah.
It's just this woman was at basically, the woman and the guy were protecting these god hands. He stole one. She stole one. She gave it to somebody else. They ended up fighting, and they fought a demon.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
And there's a bunch of weird people along the way that don't really have any reason to be weird.
No, they're trying to be funny, I think.
Except just trying to be weird for weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. I'm a little angry.
I could tell.
Me too.
There's way too much sexism.
There's yeah.
Even for a game in 2006.
Fair.
So blah. Well, how many stars did I give it?
Yeah, just get to the gritty
Out
part.
of 27.
Should I put you down for 25?
I'm sad to say, I think Kane Lynch 2 is better than this.
Yeah, definitely. Kane Lynch 2 is one of the best games ever.
We got to put that on. That we have not heard you say that about many games.
No.
Oh, I'm going to put that on the soundboard.
And the only... I'm not sure we've ever done a game even close like this. Maybe Onichinbara. But that was way before the 27 stars came about.
Yeah, it was.
How many stars do I want to give? Do I want to give it 1 or 2? I think Madden was better, so I'll give it 1.
Wow.
1 star.
Whoa.
1 star.
And this is reminding that you gave Homefront a 2, and
Yeah.
you gave Freedom Fighters a 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's on par with Freedom
It's probably
Fighters.
on par with Freedom Fighters. It might even be a little bit better than Freedom Fighters, but
I was going to say.
it's not. It's not good enough to get to Call of Duty Ghost level.
It doesn't get -1?
No.
All right.
It's definitely better than the games below it on the list, which is The Quiet Man, Jet Li, and Jurassic the Hunted. It's definitely better than those 3.
Fair enough.
And I mean, Freedom
All
Fighters
right.
is probably half a point, but that's not how we
All
roll.
right.
We don't do half stars, just like review.
All right. So I guess
That's it. 1 star. Give it 1 goddamn star.
1 goddamn star from Dr. Syintist.
Yeah, let's kick it over to Scotchy and see what
let's
he's
see what
got
Scotchy's
to
got to
say
say about it.
Oh, great. I'm excited to talk about it. I just don't remember what questions I'm supposed to be
Do
answering.
you want to play this gem?
Okay.
How many stars did you give them?
See, he fucked up. He did that out of order again. We're trying to play its story stars. He fucked up.
Well, that's not the way I got the question.
I know. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah, I've been drinking. That's just going to happen.
Do you want to play this gem? Did the story...
Grease your lem.
There you go.
Grease my lem.
Look it up.
I swear to God, I didn't make it up.
All right. How many stars out of 27? 27.
M.
It kind of rhymes.
27 M.
All right. Do I want to play it now? No, because not only did the game not look great, and I'm not a super fan of beat 'em ups, but I hear it's tank controls, and the combat system is a nightmare, which led to this game being notoriously difficult. So no, I don't want to play it. I didn't want to play it. I don't want to play it now. The story, well, I guess the real question is, did the story make me want to play it at all? Like, did it encourage me to? No, it did not. There are so many questions, and I really doubt that if I played the game, they would answer any of them.
Fair.
Did the story work for me? No, it didn't, just because all of the humor and all of the bad guys were just basically pulled out of a hat. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, you see Shannon, this crazy get up as a demon. I'm like, all right, I'm on board with this. What's her whole deal? Oh, she's a ringmaster at a circus, and now stuff's circus themes. What about these four short fellows? And they're like, oh, they're circus people. I'm like, what? You're just throwing it in there. That doesn't count. That's not how this works. So the story was fucking all over the place. It didn't work for me. There was a lot of questions, and I thought it was weird that the entire time Olivia just hung out in the hotel room.
Yeah, very strange.
Like, we couldn't give her anything. She's a protector of this hand, a descendant of the protectors, and that's all she could do is sit in a hotel room and take bubble baths.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, story didn't work for me. And the score I'd give it, now, Yeah, at its core, there was a story. There was.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
Gene had a god hand. Azel had the devil hand. Azel and his bad dudes are trying to take over the world. Gene stops him. I get it. I followed it the whole way through. Despite the bumps in the road of nonsense, I did sort of follow it the whole way through. But it's also sad that's where we set the bar for this.
Yeah.
Or for video games in general. But the important question we're all asking ourselves, is it better than Freedom Fighters?
That is the question I'm asking myself right now.
I'm looking at the game. I can't believe I'm looking at my scores. I gave Homefront and Mirror's Edge lower scores than Freedom Fighters. So I'm going to... All right, fine. I'm just going to say it's just as good as Freedom Fighters in my eyes, and I'm giving it a 4.
A 4? Holy jeez. That's up there.
Wow, yeah. I kind of felt bad giving it a 1 is too much.
I'm kind of regretting it. But it's too late. It's too late. It's got
in
a
the
4.
books. I already wrote it down.
So we will ask a star of the show, Sir Chump Slap. Do you want to play this game now? Did the story work for thou? What score you'd throw this slough?
This slough? I don't know. Do I want to play it? No. It looked repetitive as shit, like button mashing, spanking.
So a beat 'em up.
Yeah. If I want to play a beat 'em up, I play God of War. You know,
there you go. There's better updated versions of that.
Yes, by far.
I mean, even Streets of Rage 4 is pretty dope.
Yeah, it's not. It's no slouch. Did the story work for me? Story? Like you said, it's cut and dry. There's God hands. Supposed to save them. Well, one guy's supposed to save him, apparently. And Olivia just wants him back. She has an axe. She has an axe she never fucking uses. Right? I mean, that axe looked pretty badass. Get some blood on it once in a while.
She just kind of carries it and walks around with it, right? It's like a prop.
It's just to threaten Gene, because he's apparently a bitch.
But he's also very confident. I did not understand him.
No, and their relationship was weird, because he's just like a fucking 3-year-old. Like, what base did you get?
Wait, does that make her sexualization even weirder? Because she's like super sexualized, and she's like, she even said at one point, like, I'm looking for a man that knows how to pleasure me, and he acts like a little baby. Like, this is oof.
Yeah. Well, in the beginning of the game, he's like, oh, look at those two dudes over there. They're sexier than you. He says it like 3 times.
He does say that. Yeah. I think Gene needs to go on a self-discovery journey here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to figure some stuff out.
She did just pull him off of the street.
I don't think he's ever had a girlfriend. He doesn't know how to deal with women. He's a very strange cat.
Very strange.
But, yeah, story was what it was. And the score, out of 27 stars... sorry, Salvador. This gets a 3.
Oh, God. You had a worse score than me.
Well, I gave fucking Freedom Fighters 2.
So it's barely better than Freedom Fighters is what you're saying.
I don't remember Freedom Fighters.
So what you're saying is you're putting it on the same level as Homefront and Mirror's Edge.
I believe it was... Is that what I gave Homefront and Mirror's Edge?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Because there's no real story. I mean, it's just... It's a reason for you to fight a bunch of people in some wrestling QTE shit. And
I think you just defined beat 'em ups.
you know what? All beat 'em ups get 3s from here out.
Wow, that's a hard stance. That's a hard stance, but I like it. I like the confidence. So that gives us a final score of 8 for God Hand.
Yep, that's a good one.
Which is 1 point better than Homefront and Freedom Fighters. And the exact same score we gave Mirror's Edge. And comparing that to games that we didn't just mention in the last 20 minutes, it is 3 better than Blood Knights.
I don't remember that one.
That was the vampire one.
Yeah.
Twice as good as The Quiet Man.
Twice as good as The Quiet Man. They should put that on fucking advertisements.
And it was 3 points less than we gave Call of Duty Ghosts.
That's fair. Sounds like it's right in the pocket.
Okay,
there.
well then, with that being said, with nothing else to say about this game, by the way, thank you, Salvador, for the pick, but we're kind of done with it. We're going to move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lock.
Me and Gene Okerlund. I got nothing.
He just died. I think
R.I.P.
I think I made that up.
Every week, we ask Dr. Syintist for a 100% guaranteed classic wrestling finisher of the week that we probably shouldn't even use in a street fight. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for
Oh,
us?
you definitely don't want to use this one in a street fight. Hey, we got Kenny Omega's One-Winged Angel.
Oh, shit. Salvador for the second day.
This is a lot better than the game.
I know. This is Salvador's pick for wrestling.
Thank you, Salvador.
It is also known as a one-handed electric chair driver.
I like that. One-Wing Angel makes me think of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. But would you like to hear how this move is performed?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Anyway, so you initially pick up your opponent in the electric chair, which is like chicken fight. You put them on your shoulders.
Okay.
Is that what that's called, the electric chair
Yeah,
position?
I guess that's what it's called in wrestling.
Okay.
And
They gotta make everything badass. All right.
and he kind of grabs the back of his neck and then like flips him around and drops him on his head as he falls to the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That sounds like you might kill somebody in a street fight.
Oh yeah, I probably would. When you see it, it's easier once you see it, but he's like on his shoulders and he grabs his head and then he like pulls him down and around and just drops him right on his into a pile driver type thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you want to see it, you can head on over to our YouTube channel where you should like and subscribe. And you can also see a compilation of the Angel Wings. What was this called?
One-Winged
Angel.
One-Winged Angel. That was pretty close, guys.
Yeah.
But there you have it. The One-Winged Angel is Syintist Classic Wrestling Finisher of the Week. Now on to our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Huh?
What?
Every week, we ask Chump Slap a would you rather question, and he has to answer it and explain himself. This week, oh boy, do we have a thinker for you.
A thinker or a stinker?
Oh.
It's, it's not my best work. But sometimes I think they're going to be great, and you answer them in 2 seconds, like the time you decided to burp confetti. So
Obvious choice.
that was burp confetti over farting glitter. So this week, Sir Chump Slap, would you rather be stuck in an elevator or stuck on a ski lift?
Oh my God, those are 2 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one where you're stuck on a ski lift?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but one of the guys tries to get off the ski lift to help him, and he's like, "I'm going to jump down." Jumps down, breaks his leg. Wolves come out and fucking eat him alive.
I do remember that. It's Cold Something.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm just going to drop 30 feet into the snow.
Yeah, because they were there for the week or something, because the place is only open on the weekends, and they were stuck on it. It's pretty
Oh,
funny.
Frozen. It was
Frozen,
Frozen is the
yeah.
name of
With
it.
Elsa?
Yes.
Okay.
Same one. That's the B story.
Stuck on a ski lift or stuck in an elevator? In an elevator, I'm thinking a devil.
Yeah,
Great movie.
yeah. That's exactly what I thought at first. Now, is anyone
Great
stuck
movie.
with him, or is he stuck by himself?
Good question.
Ooh.
How long am I stuck there?
I suppose it's. I mean, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere.
Ever.
So ever
All right.
for the rest of your life. No, I mean,
You're gonna slowly starve to death on one of these two places.
let's now. Well, we'll put a little bit of hope at the end of it. Let's say you're stuck there for 24 hours.
If it was 24 hours, I think I'd take the ski lift.
It'd be so cold on the ski lift.
But at least you get to see the sun rise and fall.
It's probably easier to shit on a ski lift too if you have.
That,
to.
yeah, and I won't have to just sit in my own piss and stuff. Yeah, yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, that's great. That is funny.
Is it easier to shit in a ski lift?
It's like, well, food's off the table because assumingly I didn't bring any food with me in either scenario.
Yeah.
Maybe I got lucky in the elevator. I have a snack for later, but that's about it.
Yeah, if you duke in the elevator, it's there with you.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, everybody duking in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
this
true.
is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. But you're right. I would rather have to do.
That would be a lot fun. That would be fun, duking off a ski lift.
Plus, are we dealing with like one of those industrial elevators that are like you can run around in, or are we talking like a small one? Are we talking?
I also feel like if you were on the elevator, you'd try and hold it in longer. But if you're on the ski lift, you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I think I'm
probably-
not claustrophobic, but I might become claustrophobic if I'm stuck in an
Especially
elevator.
if there's shit in the corner.
Yeah. And piss in the other corner because I'm not using the same corner twice.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
That's right. Like you don't think you're claustrophobic, but have you ever been in an enclosed space for 24 hours?
Yeah,
That might
exactly.
bring something out we're not aware of or ready to analyze. Really.
Right? Yeah. I think I'd take the ski lift, definitely.
Still go, even if your ass out shitting off the ski lift. And plus, you got to worry about the weight, distribution when you're shitting off a ski lift.
Well, I'm not going to
Trust
fall off
me.
because I'm stuck on it.
Stuck as in it doesn't move. Your butt can, I suppose, move around
Also, I
the
could
ski
die
lift.
off the ski lift, is what you're saying.
Oh, man, you could jump right off that ski lift and end it all. Let's supposedly say you could jump.
I like that transition.
So, all right, fine. Ski lift. That's what you're going
Yeah,
with.
that's what I'm
You'd
going
rather be stuck in a ski lift than an elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, then, let's say someone had a lot of fiction or they had kind of like detailed instructions or ways that we could possibly position ourselves with the right weight distribution to shit off a ski lift. Where would they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, if anyone has any personal anecdotes about shitting off a ski lift or anything like that, shitting in general, send them to plottytime@gmail.com, and I will personally read and respond
Yeah,
to
he'll read
of
all your
them.
shitting stories.
All your poop-related off of things.
It's got to be off of something, yeah.
Yeah, we're not monsters. But let's say they want to get to us faster on the socials with animated pictures of people duking off of things. Where would they send those to, Sir Chump? Or, sorry, Dr.
At
Syintist?
Plottytime on Instagram and Twitter, and I don't have a third one. So
eBay.
sure.
eBay app.
Is there an eBay app? Sure.
Yeah, man, they got apps and everything. They're really together over there at eBay. Where you can go and purchase our stuff right now, going to plottytime.com.
Now that's how you segue, son.
I get 1 out of 5 good segues in. You can also head over to YouTube, like and subscribe there. Watch it. Really helps us out. That does it for us. So go shop at our store, plottytime.com. Play some video games. Don't trust Dr. Syintist. And we'll talk to you next time.
Peace out.